Okay, so it is January 8th, and I'm in the greenhouse, the small greenhouse right now, which is at this point in time primarily used for growing herbs and peppers. It's that time of year where it's exceptionally cold and we don't have very many hours during the day to get stuff done. I just got up like around noon, so that's where I'm at. I wanted to show off the peppers, Mark's peppers, because they're doing really well and they're worth bragging about. So this right here is Pepper Station. These are a bunch of different types of peppers from other parts of the world than the Southwest. So I think there's like Thai chilies, and I don't know, some other very spicy Asian chili varieties hanging here. These actually started drooping over and I had to kind of bind them up. It's very dense, so we might need to quickly transplant this to a larger pot because there's a lot coming out of here and it's getting unruly at this point in time. It's also very heavy because there's a ton of chilies growing, but they look like this once they become ripe, like a nice bright red, long curled toe. And there's a bunch of unripened ones here, a bit more camouflaged, but there's very, very many. And then this plant, not quite sure what variety this is, but might be a Santaka pepper, which is a Japanese spicy pepper variety. It's also creating quite a bit of toes. There's very many large hanging peppers and it needs a bit more support also because there's just, I think, one stick kind of propping up the main branch. It's lashed right here, but it's not really enough to keep this from wanting to flop. Same thing with these. They're taller than I am now. Very big, very, very big. These are also Thai peppers. But it's not producing much fruit quite yet. This one is, I think this is a spicy pepper variety. In the back, oh god, behind the herbs, there are two Santaka pepper plants, and they're starting to also produce some fruit. Also, that one right here is also getting fruity. Just a lot of peppers. Lots to cook with. In front here in this long trough are the herbs, which all started out about this big. They're all tiny little mounds when Mark moved them out here to the greenhouse. And now the dill, which is this giant thick palm tree looking like stalk thing. Like it's got multiple stalks now. This is all of this tall stuff right here is all dill, and it's creating more branches at the top, which I didn't realize that this is how dill created new branches, but it creates like a little pocket thing right here, and then it kind of peels up and out. Like this whole chunk at the top kind of peeled out of this sheath right here, and then kind of straightened up and is growing up. And it's starting to happen again here. There's another sheath with a little nugget that's starting to peel out of it. But like this was just opening up, like I swear, like maybe 3 days ago. So the plant is growing like crazy. The weather is quite nice right now. It's still cold. There's another nugget, dill nugget. Like it's January, it's still pretty cold, but we are having kind of a warmer week than we have had, so I think everything is a lot happier and it's responding to that warmth. We also got some rain from that big coastal storm that California got hit with like a few days ago, so happy for that. It's just moist and everything's doing well. This is Beefy right here. Beefy is actually producing fruit. Beefy recovered well from being covered in hornworms last fall. They pretty much ate all of this plant, but it came back and it's doing really well. It's been kind of thriving. thriving throughout the entire winter, so it's not really bothered by the chill as much as some of the other tomato varieties have been. And then this right here, this is all new growth here at the top, all this light yellow stuff. This is our poblano plant. Or no, I'm sorry, it's a Anaheim chili plant right here. So it's creating new growth. It looks like it needs some more nutrients to kind of deepen that up, but it's otherwise producing. It's making fruit still. And right here in the corner is our habanero plant, and it is a champion this year. It's 2 years old, and it hasn't really produced anything up until this point in time. But there's probably 50 habaneros left hiding inside of this thing, and we've been taking some to give to friends lately, and it's still full of them. Like, we've barely touched what's on there, which is great. Because they're very hot and very tasty. They have that satisfying earthy habanero flavor, and they have a very bright sting. It's like a spicy bee sting in your mouth. Doesn't last terribly long, but it's good enough that it keeps you coming back for more. Yeah, it's doing good. But yeah, that's the status of things. And Heidi, the new Heidi, is pulling its weight.